A criminal always returns to the crime scene is a quote that fits this album perfectly. Today we will be analyzing the album Night Stalkers by Rusty Cage. Now, this is a new thing I'm going to start. Hopefully, this turns out well. Now, since this is the start of this, I'm going to explain how this works. First, I'm going to explain how everything works. I'm going to start with explaining what the song means and the story on the album. I will also put my rating out of 5 out of 5, and a little short sentence on my thoughts of the whole song. Yeah, let's begin.
I called my baby just the other day.
First, we're going to start with the first song on the album, Gangstalkers. This is a story about a man, we don't know his name, who killed his ex, but because he was a gang stalker, and as a gang stalker he was able to get away with the crime, which is why the whole album takes place, as this man trying to escape from guilt trips and the crime he has committed. Probably one of the more poppy songs on the album, The Grave. Personally, I really enjoy this song, but this song is about him remembering the crime and he can't escape it. So what his thought process, this is when you start getting regret. He regrets his decision, but he's still hanging out with his gang stalker friends, shooting dice and playing and drinking whiskey. That's what he says in the song.
Make the change. Oh Lord, are you feeling the same way? I said I better change my sinking thoughts.
Then we get to If It All Should Fail. This is when it's hitting him really hard. This is where he's having trouble getting over it, but he still continues to do it, just trying to forget. And this is probably it's a great song, but it is it fits perfectly with it.
He said, man, I'm never gonna leave this place. Where I was born is where I was raised. And when I'm old on my dying bed, I pray this is where I'm gonna lay my head.
This is when we learn the names of our characters. Our main character, the guy, is named Ricky Flair. And he is a good old boy, which means he's very southern and country type. Which explains the whiskey and the, fear of being caught and showing disappointment to his family. He has southern values, but he gets in trouble. We also learn the name of the girl he killed, Jessie. When he killed Jessie, he felt regrets because they were very similar in the way they felt and acted. They were both from a southern town.
Before I die, and the greatest infection.
They have just convinced him to leave, but he's not very happy about it. He ends up in New Orleans. This is where the song I'll Come Back to New Orleans comes in. I mean, at the end I'll probably put it all together, but I'm still trying to decide, where does this story take place? Well, it has to be near New Orleans, but down south. Just great clues. Which will be... Okay, yeah, I just figured it out, but this is him. He enjoyed New Orleans. That's what it is. He understood the values of it, and he met a girl there. But, as we all know, his history with women.
Circumstance that brought her to the city. She's left behind to try and find a cheap hotel. The ring will never end, and the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. They'll eat your guts and then shit them out. And when you
Now we head to my favorite song. Isn't the best version of the Hearst song, but it's still a great version. This is when Ricky starts moving towards the next town. He goes to a ghost town with a very few people, and all he sees is an old man repeatedly singing this, which is foreshadowing what will happen to him.
days and 40 nights we followed the wind in the southern Pacific, many miles from land. The first
Ricky has finally found a place to hide out. He doesn't have much money, he's poor, he's hungry, has been wearing the same clothes for months. And what does he do? He sings. Instead of panhandling, he tries to sing to get money. Which I find quite interesting, is that in the end of the song, he talks about how Waller Essex died. He was shot. Not really shot, but he was killed to feed the other crew members. Such as how Ricky had to leave to make the gangstalkers stay a thing. I don't know, that's what I got from it.
Write me a letter, give me a call, 'cause I've been inside for way.
He's had enough, he can't do anymore, he's come back home. But when he comes back home, he has no place to go but to prison. He goes through his trial, and he fails. He tries to contact his mom. She's ignoring him. And then he contacts his other gangstalker friends. But they've left him. Which is why it's quite a sad song.
Walking on down the road, and sometimes I'm feeling like that I got no place to go, but
He finally got contact with his mother, and she is not ignoring him anymore. That's for the song I Keep on Walking, showing that he has finally found peace, and his mother has also found peace. This is probably one of my favorite songs also. I really enjoy this one. With Exara, haven't heard any of her music, but I am going to check it out after this. I really am. Who knows? Maybe I'll find someone I like.
Help you go back to sleep. There isn't any God, and when you die, you're just dead. And heaven's just a fairy tale to put you to bed. Sometimes I think about the chance that I'm wrong, and then I close my eyes and just remember.
We now come to the last song, There Isn't Any God. Now, this song, I don't really believe that is his intention to show that he is a full-blown atheist, but to tell the story of how Ricky denies any sort of religion.
Some songs are happy, and some songs are sad.
I believe the reason for this is a traumatic experience, such as his mother dying, like the plot of God's Not Dead.
Some songs are angry, and some songs are.
Hey guys, Billy Shears here. Okay, you remember back in the 60s when we used to play a Rusty Cage song, There Isn't Any God? Hidden messages. You heard that too, right? Here, let me play it again for you. Fucking... You heard that? He said, "Oh, how it's nice to finally meet the master."
I figured out. Gangstalkers is an album to sell the new God's Not Dead movie. Look, it's coming out soon. Just let me pull up my special secret agent to tell you the truth. The new God's Not Dead movie. God's Not Dead, A Light into Darkness. When this came out, it was released in 2018 in March. Rusty Cage's album was released in April. Not April. Wait a minute. March. They were both released in March. That means these are connected. The Vatican government has made it so that Rusty Cage promotes a movie that their government made to put Christians against music. I'm Run of the Dino, and now you know the truth.